I'm Chronix, and this is Crystal from the Most Extreme Wrestling, and this is our 1,000 subscriber Q&A. I have to get extra close because the camera shot and the angle, it decided. Why do you keep moving away?
I'm uncomfortable.
What do you mean you're uncomfortable?
Closeness.
Oh my gosh. So we got over 100 questions with 2 questions apiece, so I'm pretty sure that comes close to 200 questions.
This is good though. This is good.
Yes.
Complaining. This is a good thing. You're going to drive people away with your complaints.
What are you talking about? I'm not complaining.
I'm complaining.
No, it's totally awesome.
That's better.
No, I mean, I really am excited. It is awesome.
Okay, then look and act excited.
I am!
Okay.
You're crazy.
You
I mean,
be excited.
I am. I think you're just overreacting.
Whatever.
I think I'm totally good. See, I'm all snuggly. First question.
Okay. Cena Sucks Forever says, both of you, who are your top 5 worst current wrestlers? Mine are Cena, CM Punk, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Zack Ryder. I hate baby faces. Alright.
He does hate.
It's a decent list. I can respect that list. Alright, but our list, okay. Can I go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay.
I need my coffee, which is over there.
You need your coffee, which is over there. Why don't you go get your coffee? Oh my goodness.
Again.
Alright. So, does Mick Foley count as a current wrestler?
No.
Well, he was there, like, at
No.
Christmas.
When was he? When the last time he currently wrestled?
Christmas.
You mean Royal Rumble?
Whatever. He came out in a Santa suit.
In 1990. Oh my gosh.
No, he came out in a Santa suit before they did a special.
But that, on SmackDown, that wasn't a match.
Okay, so it doesn't count. Fine, I won't count him. Alright. Randy Orton, because he's a douche.
Because he's a douche?
He's a douche.
I don't know if that constitutes a bad
Jack
wrestler.
Swagger, it says, well, it's just the ones that we don't like. That's how I'm interpreting the question.
Interpretation.
That's right. Randy Orton, because he's a douche. Jack Swagger, because he can't do anything. Daniel Bryan, because I think he's boring. Drew McIntyre, because he can't do anything.
I agree with that.
And then, I mean, I wasn't really sure what to put on my 5th one.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't know. Because, like, I don't know what to put.
You couldn't think of somebody who you don't like?
I mean, I don't really...
What about John Laurinaitis? He's a pretty bad wrestler.
Yeah, but I mean, he serves his purpose.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me get into my list.
Go for your list.
Lord Tensai. Epic fail on every level. And as Margot Rose put it,
Kung Fu Panda.
Vince McMahon loves Kung Fu Panda, so there's Lord Tensai.
Oh, that was
I
funny.
agree with that. And I don't think I even have to explain why I don't like him or why I think he's a bad wrestler. Because that is the question, right?
Worst
current wrestlers. Lord Tensai, all around. Alright, now
you're interpreting the question as actual, like, people that suck.
Yeah.
Not just people you don't like.
Worst current wrestlers, not ones you hate.
Well,
anyways,
my list still stands.
Ted DiBiase,
It still stands.
because the guy is so boring, bland, and generic, and I'm pretty sure the only reason he got a job was because he is the kid of a famous professional wrestler. I mean, he's got some look, but he's kind of generic looking. He looks like any indie wrestler in the world. Sure, he can do some moves and a drop kick, but so can a lot of people, and it doesn't impress me. You know, to make it in the WWE, you gotta have something above good wrestling or good mic skills or good something. You have to have something extra special to draw money. I don't think this dude's ever drawn any money, I'm just saying. Next I have Drew McIntyre for the exact same reasons. I don't even have to explain that one. Great Khali. Yeah, he's horrible. He can't even, oh my god. Like, I don't even know if he can work, really, you know, like, work through a match. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh on the guy, but...
I think you're being a little harsh. He has been in the company forever.
Not really, but he's just not, he's a big guy that everybody's like, oh, it's a big guy, that's cool, but then the bell rings and they're like, oh, I don't like this. And Hornswoggle, because Hornswoggle, yeah, he's a leprechaun. I mean, come on. Is he a great wrestler? No, he's not.
Alright, well, give me my list back.
And Randy Orton, he's not on my list, but I can understand why. Because at one time he was really cool. And besides the fact that he's a douche, he's so uninteresting on the microphone and in the ring.
My name is Randy Orton.
To me, it's just the same old thing.
This is my entire promo.
And he has not evolved.
I am a predator.
Evolution of a predator. He has not evolved at all.
Alright.
Maybe more baby oil.
He throws temper tantrums in the ring. That annoys me.
That's the lead up to his finisher, by the way. You don't call Shawn Michaels kick to the mat like a bunch of times.
Because 2-year-olds don't kick the mat. They fall on their front.
No, they go
on the ground, like Randy Orton. Okay, anyways, moving on. Michael Hanskar says,
"What's up, Michael Hanskar?
What is up? Where and how did you come about getting all of your cats?" Little kitty cat stories.
Okay.
Okay, so, well, did you get Kitty first?
I don't know. I got Kitty in like 2004.
Yeah.
My grandma had a cat that she loved a lot, and it was a calico. And it was getting older, and it had its last batch of kittens, and it was actually a crazy calico because it killed all of its other offspring, except for this one. And she told me I should come get it because it probably won't be around very much longer. So I came and got Kitty and brought her over to my house, and she looks a lot like her mother and has the exact same personality, so good thing that she's fixed.
Yes, and she lived with you back when you lived with your parents.
And then I moved out. I lived in my apartment by myself, moved into a house, and then we got married, and then you're in the house, and then we moved here.
We're just talking about the cats. I was just saying that you've had her for the longest time because you got her when you were a teenager.
Okay.
Alright, anyways, and then I got Izzy back when I lived with my parents.
Which is a tortoiseshell.
Izzy is a tortoiseshell, and you never see Izzy. I guess she was on some of the earlier
She was on some of the SmackDown reviews.
But Izzy, I got from somebody threw her out in the parking lot where I worked, and I took her in. And she was a tiny baby.
You bottle fed her?
Not that big, and I bottle fed her and raised her. So
and you took her to Walmart in your pocket.
I did take her to Walmart in my pocket. And she went, meow! And then the lady like looked, and I showed her, and she was like,
crazy cat lady. Yeah. Then I got Sophie in 2007. She was an abandoned cat, and I felt so sorry for her. She was at a shelter, and I was just like, well, you know, all of our other brothers and sisters got adopted except for her, and I thought, oh, Sophie. So I got Sophie, a little gray tabby, and she has a pink collar. I'm sure you've seen her at least once.
Maybe. And then... yeah, because she puts her butt in the videos. Yeah. She was the one that always put her butt in the videos.
Like on some of the John Morrison updates.
Yeah, and then I got Teddy from this lady I knew. She was a show... She did a show... She showed cats. She was a cat breeder, so that's what I was trying to say. And she is a good cat breeder, very responsible. She retires all of her cats when they're like from 3 to 5 so that they can go and enjoy like living in a home for their old age.
More coffee.
Why don't you give me some water while you're up, please?
And you guys had the other questions.
So I got Teddy from that. Okay. So, now, Film in 5D says, excuse me, congrats on 1,000 subs. I just got my first 1K recently as well. Congratulations, dudes. My question for you two is, what do you think about Raw becoming a 3-hour extravaganza? I personally feel like my DVR will be the only way to watch Raw now by skipping to the lame parts. Well, I feel the same way. I feel that 3 hours is just too much, because even when I watch, it's like 2.5 hours now, you know, like most days, and so...
well, I mean, it's 2 hour show.
Yeah, but it goes like 20 minutes over almost every time. I mean,
that's true. Well, see, to me...
So it's almost too much now. Like, there's almost, I don't know, I just don't like, it's like you get off work, and you come home and eat dinner, and then it's cool to start at 8 because, well, in our time, because then you have a couple hours to kind of do some other things.
Eating, and then Raw.
Yeah, but then it's like if it starts at 7 and it goes till 10, that is my entire evening. I mean, sometimes I don't even have dinner cooked by 7. It's like, it sucks. Look, I don't know. I don't like one entire free time day being devoted to wrestling.
And then we gotta do a review. Now see, there's already enough hours in wrestling to me. A pay-per-view is like 3 hours, right? So why would I want to watch a pay-per-view if the Raw is for free for 3 hours and has more entertaining backstage segments? Not saying that's all that wrestling's about, but wrestling gets most of its best ratings by segments and interviews and stuff. The matches usually do horrible and lose millions of viewers. Look, just because they're going to 3 hours doesn't mean that they're going to have longer, better matches. No, it's about there's going to be more commercials, and they're going to do more things to get ratings, and I'm sure they're going to get a big payday. But look, the ratings dipped below 3.0 already. That is horrible. And if they make it 3 hours, just the fact that it's going longer doesn't make it better. Longer is not better.
That's longer.
That's longer than a movie. Movies are entertaining for a certain amount of time.
That's too long to watch a movie.
Wrestling to me is entertaining for a certain amount of time, and making it 3 hours is just brutal.
Honestly, I think if they shortened it to like an hour and a half
or 90 minutes.
Yeah, I said hour and a half.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Show, I think that would be better than lengthening it.
Yeah, I mean, make it, because I mean, all they're going to do is put a bunch more crap. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see any positives out of it whatsoever.
I could say the one positive, I would say that maybe more people would come, but it's just going to be like more new people could get to be on TV. But I don't think that's going to happen.
If you buy a ticket and they film superstars before it, you are sitting there for what, 4 or 5 hours? Holy crap! I don't care how much the tickets or how cheap they are. Sitting in an arena for 5 hours? Oh, no.
Well, what I was going to say, though, I don't think they're going to even use it to help new guys come up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're just going to be the same old thing.
Have the same old people over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly just don't see any positives.
I don't see this as a good thing. Because even when we watched Tough Enough right before Raw.
Right.
And that was too much.
I mean, it was...
And it was something different.
But there was an end in sight. This has no end in sight. And you know, I don't care if they say it lasts forever. It won't. Because Raw used to be like, what, an hour? There used to be a lot of things that were permanent that didn't stick around. I was pretty sure that the WCW segment of WWE was going to stick around permanently, but it totally didn't.
Alright. Okay, next question. Slade 6 Alpha, you've been around for a while.
Yes.
He says...
Glad you're still around.
That's right. Cool. What aspects in a wrestling match do you both consider a great match? Storytelling, actual wrestling, etc.
Traditionally, I would have always said, I have to be on this side.
I know, but you're squishing me.
I can't get over it anymore.
Well, you don't get... If I have to sit all squished together,
I will
you
sit
have
here.
to sit squished
I will sit
together.
here. Look.
Anyways.
To me, traditionally, I would have always said it's a technical match that matters. Like a Chris Benoit match, you know, something like that. That would be my ideal match.
What?
That's what I'm saying traditionally. But as time has went on and I've gotten older, to me, as long as it's entertaining, that makes a good match. I don't care if they don't hit the mat one time. I don't care if they hit 10 German suplexes, 20 German suplexes in a row, chain wrestling, high flying. I mean, as long as it makes sense in the storyline, as long as it tells a good story, as long as there's a lot of drama, as long as they tell everything perfectly and it makes sense, then I can say that's a great match, as long as I'm entertained.
Okay. I'm kind of the same way. I don't care at all about technical wrestling ability. I don't know, at all, whatsoever. I just want to be, like, I like matches that are kind of funny. Like, I keep telling everybody...
Like comedy-style matches.
Yeah, I keep telling everybody my, like, favorite match is Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon with the trash can and the muscle and fitness poster.
So you like it when...
Has nothing to do with wrestling, but it's the whole match. I can watch it over and over because...
So you like it when wrestlers accidentally low blow themselves on the ropes and stuff?
Like, I just like kind of comical style things and things that are really... That's what I can watch over and over. Like,
so that's what you prefer?
That's what I prefer.
Well, that was loud.
That was loud. I need to turn my phone on vibrate. Okay. Anyways, the Carlos show says, When did you realize you were meant for each other? And he also says, is the Attitude Era overrated? So, when do you realize you're meant for each other? Well, take this one a little bit. I would say that personally, like, we knew each other in high school, and we were friends for like 2 years before we even dated.
Right.
So, like, I always knew that there was something there. Like, I always knew, because you, like, never went away. Like, you were always around, and I always liked you. I didn't really, like, process it. But the moment that I realized that you were the one to be with, like, forever, was when we were watching that, Walk the Line movie in theaters.
Why that movie?
And it had nothing to do with the movie. I was just sitting, and actually I was kind of bored during the movie, and I was just sitting, and I was thinking, and I was like, and I was thinking something about you, or like I was thinking about like your wallet and your driver's license for some reason. I know this is a weird train of thought, but somehow I got to I like want to be a part of your life, because like, you know, your wallet like symbolizes your life, kind of, because it's like all together. Look, that's kind of creepy. I know. And I just thought to myself...
A woman thinking about a man's wallet. That's...
I was thinking more like your driver's license, and I was just thinking, well, I want to be like a part of you and like with you forever.
That's pretty deep.
It was deep.
I don't know that.
Why don't you tell about your moment?
Golly, Carlos show, why'd you do this to me? I mean, I can't think of a particular moment. I do remember being at, I mean, maybe one of the like the earlier times I remember that I was at a show. I was actually at a wrestling show, you know, in August 2005, and I saw this doll, and I thought about getting it, but I remembered how you don't like wrestling, and I didn't. It was on sale, and I said, well, I mean, maybe she'll like it, but if it's about wrestling, she'll probably hate it. So,
but that was incorrect because it's a cool stuffed doll.
But I was thinking about you and stuff, but I didn't get it, so I ended up getting it way years later on eBay.
Actually,
but I mean,
I got it for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But out of my wallet.
Whatever. But you brought me a stuffed animal back from Slitterbond. That was cool.
That's true.
Around that same time frame.
Yeah, I got you a snake.
Yeah, but when did you realize that I was the one? You kind of sidestepped the question.
Well, I mean,
with a completely, like, fairly unrelated story.
No, I was thinking about you and how I wanted to get you something.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't have, like, a particular point in time that I was just like...
No? No point in time when you knew that
I mean,
I was the one
forever? Men don't write stuff like that down. Just
I
saying,
didn't write it down.
You know,
I
a
kept
general...
it in my brain because it meant a lot to me.
I don't know. Men are just not allowed to think...
Men are not allowed to think like that.
But you don't understand.
No moment for you.
You just don't understand.
Okay.
Carlos. Mad at you now.
Is the Attitude Era overrated?
Yes!
Yes.
It is overrated.
Yes. I mean...
There's another question about that later, so we'll get into that in detail.
Actually, it's really close from here, so...
Okay, well.
But yeah. I mean, it was just too much. There was too much.
Yeah, it was
with the violence
overrated.
And the slutty girls, and there was too much.
We'll get to that. Don't worry about it. We'll explain it in detail.
Shortly.
More coffee.
Holy cow! You've been up like 3 times already.
No.
Holly. We've been through like 3 questions, and you've had 3 cups of coffee.
You gotta stay energized.
Oh my gosh. Alright. Chaser of Souls, you have been around forever. He says, a milestone for MXW. Congrats, guys. Been there since the beginning. Yes, you have.
Well, thanks for that. I'm glad to see that like a lot of people that were there at the beginning are still around. We haven't chased them off.
That's true. We have not chased them off. And didn't you want to ask the guys that have been there since the beginning something?
Well, I did want to ask. Yeah. I want, please, if you are one of the original subscribers, first of all, if you were like one of the original 50 or even better, the original 10, I would like you to like leave a comment and tell me that. Because I think I know who was in the original 10, but I kind of forget, you know, in the original 50 or whatever. And I'd like to know, and I've wondered about this, I even asked Marco Rose when we did our Q&A with him in our interview. I asked him, well actually I might not ask him on camera, but I did ask him in person, what did he think and how did he feel like watching me originally and then seeing you come in? Huh?
Well, how did they feel, you want to say?
Well, how did you feel? How did you people feel? You know, because you watched me and you subscribed, so I guess you liked it or whatever. And then Crystal comes in, and like, what was your feelings when you saw her? Were you like, oh, what is this? Or was you like, yay, this is interesting? I always wondered about that.
Okay.
Because it was so long ago, and it was, you know, right towards the beginning, so.
Okay. Alright. So, moving on. Mr. Trunks 217 says, congrats! How did you guys start liking Jomo? Thanks. And, like, for me, like, he was always, like high-flying guys and flashy guys and guys with long hair. Like, that's kind of my thing. I like that gimmick. And I like the long hair in real life, too. But, anyways, and so my thing was, I knew he was there, and I thought he was cool, like, the whole time, just because he was cool. But then, I didn't really start, like, really liking John Morrison, though, until Shawn Michaels went away. Because Shawn Michaels was, like, my love, my wrestling love.
You were focused.
I was so focused on him that I didn't have, because you have to understand, at the beginning, I didn't watch anything that had to have something to do with Shawn Michaels in it. Like, nothing. Would not have ever watched wrestling if it wasn't for Shawn Michaels. So, I pretty much only watched him.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until he left that I was able to open my eyes.
Yeah, because this is what happened. After WrestleMania, when he retired, Crystal
cried.
says, I'm not watching wrestling ever again.
I did say that. And I meant it, too.
You did mean it, and it scared the crap out of me.
And then I was like, but then I was like, well, if there was somebody else that I could like,
and I kept saying,
it would be okay.
John Morrison.
And I was like, okay, I can like John Morrison. And then when John Morrison left, I threatened to quit watching wrestling again.
Did.
But I've gotten over it.
And now you love Brock Lesnar.
What?
And
No.
now you just wait for him to come.
No.
Oh, that's not?
No.
Oh.
That's my first. Worst current wrestler, Brock Lesnar. That's my fifth. That's my fifth. I had seen him a couple weeks. I forgot about him. Brock Lesnar.
You
Right
forgot
there on
about
the
him. How
top
could you
five.
forget about Brock Lesnar?
All right. See, that helped me. Cena sucks forever. It is Brock Lesnar for me. All right.
Oh, boy. You know, he really wasn't in as good a shape as he was back in the day.
You know why? Because he's a UFC guy. Anyways.
I'm sure he's in better condition physically when he was in UFC than he was in WWE for fighting. I mean, he was definitely tougher.
Yeah.
But
anyways.
I'm going to check the time, so don't freak out.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to get more coffee.
All right, 9 minutes, woman.
All right, well, how did you start liking Joe Mo?
Oh, well, I liked him on Tough Enough and everything. Man, I answer this question every time.
I asked this question every time.
I'm not complaining, I'm just saying.
But you are complaining.
I'm not complaining.
Continue. Kitty's smelling my foot.
I'm just saying. But, I started really liking him with Eminem, for obvious reasons.
Okay. That's quick.
Melina Splits.
You're just batting 1,000 today. Don't know a special moment when you knew that I was the one and
Batting
talking
1,000
about Melina.
On 1,000 subscribers.
Anyways, Dragon of Darkness KH, another person that's been around for a long time, says, do you think it's funny that 3 of CM Punk's WrestleMania opponents from the last 3 years have been suspended? I did not know that, or realize that, but I think it's funny.
I'm not surprised, because the longer guys are around, the more time they have to get suspended, and with WWE not pushing that many younger talent over the past couple of years, it's pretty apparent that all of them have been suspended for drugs.
I thought it was funny.
So, I'm sure that plenty more opponents will get suspended for drugs.
Well, yeah. And his second question is, have you guys seen The Avengers? No, I have not.
We have
I
not.
wanted to see it.
It's because of this move.
Yeah,
we just haven't had time.
It came out like right when we were moving, and we just...
And we wanted to see Men in Black, like really bad.
We did go see Men in Black.
We made the sacrifice to go out and watch that.
Yes, we did.
But I am not a big superhero fan, and like all the people in the Avengers, I have not really even seen their movies, but I still do want to see it.
I think the movie would be good.
Yes, because they have all these individual movies promoting the big movie. It's just like wrestling. It was well promoted.
That's right.
Take notes, WWE.
That's right. Alright, so next we have Trollinite asked a fairly troll-like question, but guess what? I'm going to answer at least the first part. Just because you asked, and I said we could ask anything. So, he wants to know, when was the first time we had sex? Well, no one is going to believe us, but I don't mind saying it was after we were married.
Oh.
We waited. But I don't mind announcing that, but no one's going to believe us. So
we're straight edge.
Straight edge!
When it comes to that, apparently. I mean, does that even count as a definition? I don't know.
I don't know if that counts or not.
Anyways.
I think it's just drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
We don't do drugs either. But anyways. Alright, so now We Are Pro Wrestling says, number 1, with Randy Orton's 60-day suspension and a ton of key main event players gone right now, who do you believe needs the push towards the main event right now?
Well, not Del Rio, because I kind of lost faith in him a little bit. Who has not been pushed that needs to be pushed?
Dolph Ziggler.
Yes, okay, there we go.
See?
That was easy.
That was easy.
I thought I was going to have to bring out the list of Projector guys, but...
No. Dolph Ziggler is good. Alright, I mean, he was getting pushed.
Yeah.
And he, disappeared.
Yeah. Then he was in the tag team.
The Miz needs to be re-pushed.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he got killed. I mean, he did good as the champion, and as this and as that, he did good.
I have the feeling that We Are Pro Wrestling wants us to say, like, Dean Ambrose or Castagnoli or...
Who?
Yeah. Those type of people. Like the people who haven't gotten to push at all yet.
Oh, but I don't care about those people.
You should like Dean Ambrose because he's in a feud with Mick Foley.
Oh, yeah, I do like him.
You need to petition to be his manager.
That would be cool. That's right. You told me
they
about
stole
that.
because he stole your gimmick.
He did steal my gimmick. You told me about that.
Yeah.
That's right. I do like him. Even though I don't know anything about
Even though
his
you don't even know what he
wrestling
looks
ability.
like.
Not a clue. I just know he doesn't like Mick Foley, and Mick Foley haters unite. All right.
Sure, it's his storyline.
Doesn't matter. Can one or both of you do a 1 to 3 minute rant on TV-14 nut huggers?
Okay, I gotta make
Fans
sure
who
we even
think
have that much time.
Wrestling needs to be TV-14 to be successful. Congrats on getting 1,000 subs. Continue with the great vids. Thanks.
Alright,
We
well,
have
let's do
enough
the
time.
other one. We do have enough time. Let's do the other one real quick, and I'll get out the timer.
Do the other
Other
one.
question.
We already did the other one.
The other one? Man, my clock's not working. Oh, here we go. Stopwatch or timer? Timer.
Timer.
You need to answer that?
No, it's fine.
Alright, so 3 minutes on why the Attitude Era is unnecessary.
A rant on the people who think it has to be TV-14.
Okay, let's go.
Ready? Go.
3 minutes.
Okay.
Alright. It does not need to be PG-14 because PG-14 does not mean it is good.
No,
just
it
like the
doesn't.
3 hour, just because it's longer doesn't mean it's better.
That's right.
You know that Star Wars is PG? And guess what?
That's just the same
That's
people.
an awesome
Look, I'm
movie.
sorry. It's the same mentality of people that think because you cuss, it makes you sound smart. Like, it's that same, to me, it's the same mentality. Just because there's more blood and more sex and more violence and more stuff that you're not supposed to see on TV, even though you see it everywhere, so it's not even like it'd be shocking, then that doesn't make it good. It just makes it more over the top.
Yeah, it's just a style. And guess what? That style is out of style.
Yes.
I mean, in 1998, things like talk shows, like the raunchy talk shows, like Jerry Springer was popular. I mean, that was just the sign of the times.
Yes.
The blood and the violence, that was so 1998,
Well, it's
99.
just because it was like the first time anybody ever saw it and stuff. Like, I mean, it seems like it was like a new thing, and now
Yeah, it was a
it's
new
just
thing
like,
to wrestling.
Yeah, now
it was-
it's like, dude, you see that on a commercial. It's like,
Yeah.
so 2 people had sex under the covers in the ring. Well, 2 people like had sex on the commercial with no covers. It's
That
cool.
was way after the Attitude Era, by the way.
Was it? Well,
That's
my bad.
2005.
Well, excuse me for getting my time wrong. I assumed it was in the
And
Attitude
plus,
Era.
okay, talking about violence, look what happened to all the guys that did all the violent things. Mick Foley did all that stuff, and guess what? Mick Foley can't wrestle anymore because of
He
it.
also can barely talk now.
I mean, he's got some brain problems
I know,
from the
that's
concussions.
what I'm saying. It's
The
like, why would you
concussions-
do that to yourself? It's just stupid.
Yeah, that's what I don't
It's
understand.
stupid.
The PG-14 era doing the steel chair shots. Why would you do something that actually hurts but pretend it doesn't hurt because you want to be hardcore?
Right, like
Are you insane?
The Hardy Boys.
Yeah, they kind of did that.
It was just like I see
They-
their old matches, and it's like...
They hurt themselves and pretended they didn't
Yeah.
hurt themselves.
And
That's
then-
reverse working the
And
crowd.
then in the finisher is something less than what they've been doing the whole time, and they're magically dead. It doesn't make
Yeah,
any
like,
sense.
okay, like, yeah, because you fall through 10 tables, you get right back up, you hit them with the chair, you get right back up, you do a twist of fate, and it's over. Yeah, that's not believable.
See? That's what I'm trying
Alright,
to say.
so, PG-14, completely unnecessary.
And I think, oh yeah, and also just in some about the specific people that think that, I mean, I just think that you're like being nostalgic and you're wanting to have that same passion where everybody loved wrestling and everybody was cool and it was the cool
It was
thing.
the popular thing at the time.
And
People want the popularity back, but
that,
it's not.
Yes, that and like the nostalgia for being a teenager and being like 14 and 15 again and like the
Well,
super
sometimes people
enthusiasm.
see the things from the days and they think it's awesome like DX, but that was just points in time. There was a lot of things that sucked, and people love the nostalgia and they wish that things could be back the way they were,
Yes,
but they can't.
They can't. You can never get it back. It's gone forever.
Yes, and
Weird time.
that is it. Now, I did make an entire video about why PG-14 is unnecessary, and I will link you to that. And that video is much more in detail about my thoughts and feelings towards that. Now, I did love the Attitude Era, so please don't get it twisted. I just don't think that PG-14 needs to come back to
And I
save
just-
wrestling.
I just wasn't there.